Welcome back to my channel and welcome back to another Brexit video. The tides are turning for Jeremy Corbyn a bit, and not in a good way. In case of a general election, we talked about this several times and many people are talking about this, it will be most important for the parties to have a clear agenda for the election. About the Labour, there always was some discussion, where are they standing? Jeremy Corbyn, in his heart, is a Brexiteer, but a lot of the party are Remainers. And what will happen in the general election? Where will the votes go? Now that the Liberal Democrats have clearly stated, in case of a general election, they will absolutely go for Remain and revoke Article 50. There are now two parties with very clear statements what they want. This is on the one hand now the Liberal Democrats as a Remain party. As far as I know, the Greens are Remain as well, but no offense, they are not as important to the whole countrywide scenario as the LibDems in this case for Labour, and of course the SNP in Scotland is a Remainer party, and that will have big impact in Scotland. But no one would be surprised by that. Labour wouldn't have gotten much there anyway. And on the other side, there's the Brexit Party with a clear statement for no deal Brexit. So we have two very clear poles for the next polls. And that's the LibDems as Remainers, Brexit Party as no deal Brexiteers. The Conservatives will have to make a decision if they will continue going on working on another deal, or if they also decide to go for no deal. But for Labour, it will be even worse. There will be a separation in the elections between Remain and Leave. And the parties have to have a very clear standing on this one. And I don't see that from Labour at the moment. Today I heard an interview with a shadow minister who said, we will go into a general election, then we will negotiate a new deal with the European Union, put it up in a second referendum, and in this referendum we will campaign for Remain. If you discuss this, of course, you can discuss this and put some logic into it. But for most people, this won't have any logic. Either you are a Remain party or you are a Brexit party. Either you want to have a different deal with the European Union to exit the European Union, or you want to remain. But to most people it won't make any sense to negotiate a new deal with the EU, put it in a referendum, and then say, yeah, we negotiated this deal, but we don't want it, please vote Remain. So honestly, the only two parties now which have a very clear agenda are the LibDems and the Brexit Party, and the rest will really have to look what they're doing, because Boris Johnson is leading in the polls at the moment with his Tories. But first of all, what happened in Parliament might have shook something up in this case, because it's getting more and more probable that they won't leave on the 31st of October. So he didn't keep his promise. And another important fact, I said before, I don't like Nigel Farage and his kind of populism, and I'm not a big fan of the Brexit Party, but I have to grant them that they are really good in campaigning. We could see this at the European elections, and they haven't started campaigning yet. We have the polls who show what's happening at the moment. But I'm quite sure as soon as the Brexit Party will start campaigning, the votes will shift, and they will shift hard from the Conservative Party to the Brexit Party, and we will have a completely different view on the polls than we have now. So it's going to be interesting what especially the Conservatives and the Labour Party will have in their manifestos for a general election. They all have their party conferences now. The LibDems, as I said, have made their decisions, and it will be quite interesting in the future. But that's it for now. I just want to remind you that I put up a new series of EU Explained because some people lack information about the European Union. And I started with just some basics about the member states. Please have a look, share it if you want to. I appreciate any kind of help to grow my channel I can get from you. But for now, I just want to thank you for watching this video. Have a nice day and see you soon.